Welcome back. The BBB is here each week to take your calls and consumer questions. But if you have a problem with a business and need to file a complaint, then there's a certain process to do that. And here to explain how that works, we welcome Heather Clary from the BBB. And this is one of the most important things that you guys do.
It's one of the areas we do spend a lot of time in, helping businesses and consumers come together to resolve misunderstandings and problems. And let's face it, that happens in business. It's going to. So our process is there to help open those lines of communication. We don't take the business's side. We don't take the consumer's side. We just try to help people, give them an opportunity to make things right, and it helps the business see if there's a breakdown in their organization maybe they need to address so that they can keep their customers. So for the first thing people need to know is you need to figure out which Better Business Bureau would handle your complaint. Typically, the bureau in the area where the company is would handle it. For instance, if you ordered something from a company in California, it may be a company out there, a bureau out there, and we can help you with that. Sometimes if you deal with a company that has locations all over the nation, it might be at the BBB where the headquarters of the company is. But you can call us or check the BBB.org site to figure out which one that is. Then it's going to be required from you in writing. There's an online complaint form on every bureau's website, including ours, that you can fill out and submit right over the internet, or write us a letter outlining your contact information, which company you're having the problem with, a brief description of the problem, and what resolution you're seeking. Now, there are some we are not able to handle. We are not a government agency. There are some things that fall into those purview. We cannot handle any complaints that involve labor disputes or employment issues, any criminal allegations, discrimination disputes, or anything that's been in court and ruled on or is in litigation currently. Those things are outside of our purview, so we are not able to handle complaints, and no bureau is in those areas. And you've got to name the desired resolution you're seeking that you feel is fair. Some people call and say, I just want to report a business. Like, well, what's wrong? You know, why I just want people to know I don't like them? You know, well, our process is there to make a positive step to try to help make things right. That's what it's there for. We're not going to be able to process a formal complaint unless you are seeking something specific that the business can do so that they have a way to respond. We're going to give them a chance to respond. We're going to forward it to the business, ask them to respond. They're not required to, but most do because they know people check them out. BBB accredited businesses are required to respond in order to keep their accreditation, which is why people like to do business with BBB accredited businesses. So thought I'd shed a little light on that today because we get questions about that, and we can always help you with any other questions about that process when you call us at the BBB.
And you also see the website there, and you can make
yes,
a complaint there.
You can click right there. One of those orange tabs says File a Complaint if you're wanting to file on one in our area, and you can find out other things too, including watching our Don't Fall For It segments and some other news alerts and so forth.
All right, a lot of great information on that website, and you can see how other complaints have been resolved by businesses.
Yes,
you need to check out too. Well, we will be back in our next half hour with details on the Do Not Call list and a shred event from the BBB coming up as well. Those details in our next half hour. Stay with us.